Welcome to JoyTube. In this channel, we explain the ancient texts and biblical stories to help you understand how far we have come as human beings and what is next in God's plan concerning His creation. If you are new here and have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe now and hit the notification button so that you don't miss out in our epic journey. Today we are looking at the life of Job in the Bible, Job chapters 1 to 42. What happened to Job and how he overcame and got a whole book of the Bible dedicated to him and also earned a space in the annals of history. Let's dive in. What if I told you the richest man of his time lost everything in a single day? His wealth, his children, his health, even the loyalty of his closest friends and his own wife. But what if I also told you that man ended up with twice as much, 10 times more joy, and lived a life so full, it still echoes through eternity? This is not a fable. This is the true, raw, and divine story of Job, the man God bragged about in heaven. And today, his story might be the key to your breakthrough in modern times. Stay with me. Job wasn't just wealthy, he was legendary. He had 7,000 sheep, 3,000 camels, 500 yoke of oxen, 500 donkeys, and a large household. He was described as blameless and upright, a man who feared God and shunned evil. Even God bragged about him to Satan, "Have you considered my servant Job?" Job chapter 1 verse 8. But then, everything changed. The trials begin. In one day, all his livestock stolen, his servants killed, and a windstorm collapses the house where his 10 children are feasting, killing them all. Job lost everything he labored for in one day. Just think for a minute. Everything just gone. Many people in his shoes will end it all, right? But Job still held his integrity and trust in God. Many people will ask, "God, where are you?" As though God has gone on holiday, right? Your true self manifests during challenging times. Proverbs chapter 24 verse 10, "If you faint in the day of adversity, your strength is small." Shortly after, Job is struck with painful boils from head to toe. One would have thought it's enough for the tempter, but no, he came for the final struck. He came for Job's body. A lot of people would curse God out of pain and discouragement, but Job still stayed positive in his faith. His wife says, "Curse God and die." His friends accuse him, "You must have sinned." Job is left alone, scraping his wounds with broken pottery, sitting in ashes. But here's the twist. Job never cursed God. He questioned, he cried, he complained, but he never turned his back on God. He held on to something deeper than religion. It was relationship. In his darkest moment, he said, "Though he slay me, yet will I trust him." Job 13 verse 15. "I know that my Redeemer lives." Job 19 verse 25. He refused to fake joy, but he also refused to walk away from his faith. And then, God answered, not with comfort, but with questions. God reminded Job of his power, wisdom, and divine order. Job was humbled and transformed. Friends and family failed Job. What does that mean? It's a hopeless situation for Job. They say adversity reveals who your real friends are, but what if it reveals something even deeper, who you really are? Do you still hold fast to your integrity? Curse God and die. Job 2 verse 9. She wasn't evil. She was broken. Watching her husband rot in pain, watching their 10 children buried in a day, their wealth gone, she couldn't take it. Her suggestion wasn't cruelty, it was desperation. Yet Job didn't lash out. Instead, he responded, "You speak as one of the foolish women speaks. Shall we accept good from God and not trouble?" Job 2 verse 10. This wasn't just faith, it was emotional discipline, grace, and unwavering commitment to truth. Job refused to let temporary pain cause permanent betrayal of his values. Next, enter Job's 3 comforters, Eliphaz, Bildad, and Zophar. At first, they did well. For 7 days and nights, they sat in silence with him. That's powerful empathy. But once they opened their mouths, everything changed. They blamed him, judged him, and accused him of hidden sin. Is not your wickedness great? Are not your sins endless? Eliphaz, Job 22 verse 5. They thought his suffering meant guilt. In their theology, good people get rewarded and bad people get punished. But Job broke their box. He was suffering without sinning. And instead of comforting, they compounded his grief. How many times have people judged you wrongly and condemned you without having a clue of what's going on with you? People have been jailed wrongly, innocent persons punished while the guilty go free. That's the judgment of the world, but if God justifies you, you are justified, and no man can change that. If you live your life in the fear of God, maintaining personal relationship with God, do not let what people say move you. Job didn't pretend. He grieved. He cursed at the day of his birth. He asked hard questions. But through it all, he never gave up on God, even when he didn't understand him. Though he slay me, yet will I trust him. Job 13 verse 15. That's not blind faith. That's battle-tested, storm-proof, heartbreak-enduring faith. He challenged his friends, questioned their logic, stood by his innocence, and still reverenced God. Let's be honest. In today's world, when everything falls apart, some people walk away from faith. Others isolate, self-medicate, or go numb. Many find their friends pull away, unable to handle the depth of their pain. Some even feel betrayed by God, wondering, why me? But Job teaches us something radical. You can question without quitting. You can hurt and still hold on. You can be misunderstood and still stay true. When no one else understands your pain, God does. When your tears have no words, God still hears. Like Job, your character in the storm matters more than your comfort in it. And when the dust settles, God remembers. He restores, and he rewards those who stood when everyone else gave up. After Job repented and prayed for his friends, everything changed. And the Lord gave Job twice as much as he had before. Job 42 verse 10. Double wealth, 10 new children, longer life. He lived 140 more years, saw 4 generations, and died old and full of days. His end was better than his beginning. What can we learn from Job in today's world of layoffs, heartbreak, mental battles, and loss? 1. You can be good and still suffer. Suffering isn't always punishment. Sometimes it's preparation for promotion. It could be a test of your faith in God, and your staying faithful to end proves you really know the God you serve. Troubles and challenges of life do not discriminate between the righteous and the wicked because it is part of life. 2. Trust isn't about answers, it's about relationship. Job never got full answers, but he got God, and that was enough. Always know that God is all-seeing and he understands your pains. He will come through for you in his appointed time. But the question is, will you remain faithful till your appointed time come? 3. Pain is seasonal. Don't quit in the ash heap. Your double portion is coming. Nothing lasts forever, but God is eternal. He is the same yesterday, today, and forever. In whatever painful situation you are, know assuredly that the pain will not last forever. 4. Pray for those who hurt you. Job's turnaround came when he prayed for his critics. Your critics are not the real enemies, they are acting out of ignorance. The real enemy is hiding behind them, and the aim is to make you react and offend God and lose the reward God has for the faithful. 5. God keeps receipts. Every tear, every loss, every betrayal, God sees it and restores in his time. The full reward is in God's hands. He restored double what Job lost. In Isaiah 61 verse 7, instead of your shame you shall have double honor, and instead of confusion they shall rejoice in their portion. Therefore, in their land they shall possess double. Everlasting joy shall be theirs. NKJV. If you're in your job season right now, don't quit. You're not being buried, you're being planted. And when God brags about you in heaven, it means there's double waiting for you on earth. So, hold on. Trust again. Heal. Because like Job, your end will be greater than your beginning. If this inspired you, share it with someone in their storm. Hit that like, subscribe, and drop a fire in the comments if you're coming out stronger. Your double is coming. And thanks for watching. JoyTube signing out.